Now, good morning, learners.
Good morning, Mr. Somebody.
In our last class, we treated angles of elevation and depression. And then, we went on with some texts that required us to measure the angle of depression or elevation, given a particular angle. Now, you are given a diagram. Sorry. Today is
2nd of March.
this is Monday. Second. Are we good?
Yes.
So, angles of elevation and depression. We have treated that topic. But now, we encountered a challenge whereby we are asked to measure, we are given a particular structure. And we are asked to measure the angle of what? Elevation. From this shape, where is the angle of elevation? This, right?
Yes.
This is the angle of elevation. And we are asked to measure this angle. Specific, there was an instruction to use your what? Protractor. There was an instruction to use your what? Your protractor. Now, in using our protractor, all of you have your mathematical set, right?
Yes.
If you have your mathematical set, let me see your protractor. Here with me, I have my protractor. This is my protractor. Are we good to go?
Yes.
Now, observe something from your protractor. Because someone says, I don't know how to use my protractor. No issues. That's why Mr. Tomry is here to teach you how to use your what? The protractor. Now, let's describe the protractor. Observe that the protractor is a semicircle. Is a what?
Semicircle.
That means that it is half a what?
Circle. That's 180, right?
Are you seeing that?
Wow.
So, this is half. Half the circle. Half of the circle. Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
So, and you know that angle at a point is what? 360. That is the sum of angles in a circle.
Yes, sir.
So, if this is divided into two equal parts, it means one part will be what? 360 divided by 2. And that will be what? 180. I will, thank you, 180 degrees. Now, look at your protractor. If it is a semicircle, did you observe that we have from 0 down to 180 degrees?
Yes, sir.
Now, that means that this is a what? Semicircle. I want you to also observe another thing on your protractor. Now, your protractor has calibrations starting from 0 from both sides, on both sides.
Yes.
And starting and ending with 180 on both sides.
Yes.
Now, that tells you that if I am measuring a particular angle, I can either measure from my left to my right or from my right to my left. Starting from 0 and ending at what? 180. That's the reason for that calibration. Let's take for instance, look at this shape we have on the board. I am asked to measure this angle. Now, but before we do that, observe that the highest point of the circle, of the semicircle, is calibrated 90 degrees. Are we good to go?
Yes.
Are we good to go?
Yes.
Now, that, what we did, we ruled a line and took a perpendicular and made it perpendicular. We said that this angle is equal to what? 90. This is equal to what? 90. This is equal to 90. And this is equal to 90. That is divided to 360 by 4. Are we good to go?
Yes.
So now, how can I measure this angle to be 90? I want to verify if it is 90. On my protractor, there is a line coming from 90. Are we good?
Yes.
There's a line coming from 90. And at this point, it intersects with the base of your protractor. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if I want to measure an angle, let me do away with this part of the circle, working with a protractor. If I want to measure an angle, given a particular line, I will carry this my protractor. This point that is perpendicular to the horizontal line, that point, I will put it on one of the vertex, one of the corner, one of the, are we together?
Yes.
Take instance for this. I will carry this my, if I want to measure this angle, I will carry this my protractor the way it is, lift it and bring it here. This point where this line intersects, I will place it on this point, this vertex. Are we together? And then ensure that this line is on this line. Let's do that. This is my protractor. You see from my 90, it comes to this point. Can you see that?
Yes.
So I will take it like that, so that if this comes down, the intersection point is on the vertex, the sharp point of the triangle. And this line is directly on this line. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Now I will now count from 0. Let's count. 0, this is what? This is what? This is what? And this is what? That means that this angle is what? Is angle what?
30.
Is angle what?
30.
Are we together?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, can you draw this angle and then measure using your own protractor? Let's see. Everyone, get to work. You should be using a pencil, not a pen. Now, that was a very good one. Now, yes, Miriam, what's your angle? 42 degrees, yes? 40? Okay, that's a very good one. Now, this is very direct. Now, let us look at this. I want us to look at this. There is a straight line, like this. And then there is something like this. How do I measure this angle? You must know the placement of your protractor. Listen, everyone, and look up. You must know the placement of your protractor. Now, don't forget the intersection point where your baseline that runs from 0 through 180 to the other end. And the one that comes from 90 degrees intersects and forms a perpendicular line. Are we together? That intersection point must always be at the vertex, at the point of the angle you want to measure. So if I want to measure this angle, I will place that intersection point on my protractor on this point and ensure that one of the lines that goes straight to 0 and 180 is on one of the sides of the angle. So I will do this. I will place my protractor, the intersection point, the line that comes from 90 degrees, and the point, the line that runs from 180 to 0. I will place it there. And then ensure that this straight line that runs from 0 is on this end, is on this line straight. So I will move like this. I will still look and be sure that the intersection point on the protractor is on where? Is on where?
90.
No, it's on the intersection point. So I will shift my protractor until I get that intersection point. And I will still observe that this point 0 is on one of the line that forms the angle. Are we together? Then when I get it, I will now count from 0 down to that way. And for what I have there, this is 40, this is 45, this is 46 degrees. Are we together? So this angle is what? 46 degrees. Now, I measured from using this line as my baseline. I can also use this line as my baseline. That is why my protractor has 0 on both sides. I can start my initial from any of the sides. So, the first one I did, I got 46 degrees. I did this right. Now, let me use this as my baseline and make this. So, I will still ensure that my 0, my intersection point on the protractor is on the vertex of the point where the line intersects. And this other line that runs from 0 to 180 is also on this straight line. Are we together? And when I did that, so I will now count from my left to my right. Since the 0 mark is here, and this is 45, I still got exactly what? 46 degrees. So you can use both sides of your right hand. Yes, Mary? You got 55 for both the left and the right hand side. Yes.
I got both of them.
You got 40 what?
40
for your own share. So that is basically how your protractor is being used. Don't forget the basic. The main thing you must take note is that intersection point.
Yes, please.
And then ensure that the line, the baselines that runs from 0 to 180 on both sides, the one part is on one of the lines, while the intersection point is always at the vertex of the angle. So with that analogy alone, you can make use of your protractor. Yes, Miriam?
Miss Contemporary, that shape that has a right angle triangle that has a 30 degree.
Yes.
Can we use our protractor to measure it from the top?
From here?
Yes.
Yes, you can use your protractor to measure from here. Also take note of this vertex, this point. Take note of that point. This is what I will do. I will move my protractor up. Now this, don't forget the two lines that form the angle is this and this, right?
Yes.
So I can make use of this as my baseline. I can also make use of this as my baseline. So what I'll place my protractor this way. I want to make use of this as my baseline. So if I do that, my intersection point goes to this vertex. Are you following? So I'll place it like this. The intersection point on the protractor is there on the vertex, and then this my straight line that goes to 0 is directly on this line. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
And then I will move from 0, count down. This is 50, this is 55, and I count 56, 57, 58, 59. Are we good? So this angle is measured to be what? 59. I can also make use of this hypotenuse side as the baseline by placing my protractor this way now. The first time I placed it this way and made use of this as my baseline. I want to place it this way and make use of this as my baseline. So what I'll do, I'll still ensure that my intersection point from 90 degrees to the line that cuts 0 to 180 on both sides is on the vertex. Meanwhile, this line is straight on the hypotenuse side from 0. And you can see that this is 50, counting from 0. You can see that this is 50. This is 55. Let's count back to go 56, 57, 58, 59. Are we good? So you can measure that on your own shape. So it's going to give it. So that's how we make use of the protractor. These two angles are not the same. This is angle 30 degrees, and this angle what? 59 degrees from what we have. And this is angle 90. Are you see now? So if you add this to this 59 degrees, that will give you what? 89. Observing that since we are measuring with this, we have an error due to parallax. That is that one. So if that one is added to the 89, it will be 90. That is, these two will give you what? 90. And if you add this to this 90, it will give you 180. Sum of angle in a triangle is what? 180.
Wow.
Are we good to go? So, any further question on how to use a protractor?
No, please.
So now I'm going to give you some diagrams in your textbook. You are going to use your protractor to measure the diagrams already in your textbook. Are we good? To form that. But before I will end this class, I want to give you another thing. If you can measure a particular angle, create angle by yourself. For example, I want to draw angle 59 degrees or angle 60 degrees. What I need first is a straight line. Hello? It's a straight line. I've drawn my straight line. Then I can form any angle I want between 0 to 180. Are we together?
Yes.
With my compass, with my protractor. I can form any angle with this straight line. Now, what will I do? I will locate this point. The ending of the line. Take it as a point. Let us now draw angle, say, angle 90 degrees.
Yes.
Angle 90 degrees, right? Now, what I will do, I will take my protractor, the intersection point to be at that point where the line ends. And my 0, the line that goes to 0 is on the line I drew straight. Now, how will I get my angle 90 degrees? I'll come to my protractor and mark 90. Take a pen and mark 90 on that calibration. Then when you do that, remove your protractor. Use your meter to draw a line from that point to meet the point that I have formed angle 90 degrees.
Angle 180.
Angle 180 is angle on a straight line. So what if I want to form angle 180, and I'll just place this here and take this point, right?
Yes.
And join it
Together.
It gives me angle on a straight line.
Second, but what you want together, draw angle 56.
Angle 56.
Yeah.
Let me do away with this, still working with this. Angle 56. I'll place that my distance on this end still. Are we together? Intersection point on that. This line is on the baseline. Then this is my 0. Are you together? So I'll count from my 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is 60. You say 56? This is 50. This is 55. The next point is what? 56. Since when?